Good morning. Is it still morning? So, I want to help you. This is what your biggest problem is. And this is why I feel it's important that you have a premium offer, right? So, some of you may have kind of tapped your feet into the coaching arena, or maybe you have a product or a service. I see a lot of people who have things that they sell on Spotify and Etsy, and they're trying to coach and as well as do things maybe in their brick and mortar business. And it's really a lot of hats, a lot of hats. And to me, without you having a system that's also going to work for your life, you end up being exhausted and frustrated. So it feels like it makes sense because with all the things, it may make an amount of money that helps you to sustain. But at the end of the day, with all of those different things, it becomes difficult to manage while you're building your business. And so I feel your biggest problem is you don't have a premium offer. And if so, you don't have a premium offer that's selling, right? So I think the mindset is, and listen, guys, I understand because if you're attempting to do business online and get clients and customers through the online space, especially if it's something relatively new for you, or maybe you've been attempting to do it for quite some time, the mindset may be let me start off really low, right? Let me start off really low, build up my business, all of those things. And I get the psychology behind it, but what you endure attempting to do it that way often becomes your downfall. It often becomes the thing that exhausts you or will make you feel like what you have isn't, what the marketplace needs, or it'll make you feel like you don't want to do any of this anymore. It just seems to get harder, right? The concept of let me start off really low, right? With a really low offer to get my name out there. Any of you ever, had that mindset with your business? I remember this was when I owned a brick and mortar service based business. I remember offering this really low service, and it it was awful. Now, I got clients for the service. Hear me when I tell you, right? But I never felt fulfilled. I was working really, really hard. And the type of clients that I was attracting, although they were receiving a discount, they were the hardest customers to service. They wanted more than what they were already getting at lower rates. And guys, you have to understand human behavior to really understand why I think that that is not a great route to go. So, and you guys may hear something in the background. I'm in the car, of course. So there are cars coming by, but um, I see people doing things like memberships, and the concepts are great if you have all of the keys that are needed to make it happen. So if you're doing something with a very low price point, like a membership, right? Maybe you attempted your hand at a membership. If you're doing something with a really low price point, how many people do you need in order to just make a decent amount of money from it? How many people do you need to even feel like it's worth your time? Now, originally, um, initially, in the beginning, you may get quite a few people and it'll feel like, oh, okay, this is going to work. But then you find that it falls off. And so now you have all of these small things that you're consistently putting your efforts in to market and attempt to get people in. And at the same time, it's not helping the cash flow. Anybody ever been there? Put me in the comments if you've ever been there. You have that mindset, well, I'll just start off really low, get a lot of people, get people to trust me, while I'm building my business, the whole thing. And you get a few people and you're like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden you realize that you're not getting as many people. So when you have a really low offer, right? And memberships are hard. It's a lot of work if you're going to have a really great membership that people are going to stay connected to, that they're going to tell their friends about. Many people will forget that they even have your membership as something that they're paying for. So you may rarely get people who get results from what it is that you're offering in the membership if it's at really low cost. I know it seems like it would make sense, but just how many you would need 500 people, right? In order to one make it even a lucrative thing. And then the amount of energy you'll have to exert into it. That goes for any low price offer that you're doing, unless you have a huge email following. So, this is the next thing, a huge following on social, a grand email list. All of those things will be needed in order to make that low price offer that you're doing work. And then the psychology behind it, you begin to get frustrated. You don't even want to serve for that product or that service because it requires so much of your energy and effort, and it's completely out of alignment because you feel in your heart that you're not getting the money for the value of what you're offering. And so your biggest problem is that you don't have a premium offer or service. A lot of entrepreneurs uh, go through a track of setting their prices based on the price of other people in the industry. Well, I'm going to go a little lower than them. And it becomes this thing where you actually price yourself out of profits and you price yourself out of energy in order to deliver that service to people. Now, guys, it takes just as much energy for a really low price offer to have someone to connect and buy it as it does for a premium offer. It may take even less for a premium offer. I have an offer at five over 5,000. The energy that I put to place that, position myself in front of the people who would find value is a lot less than trying to get a whole lot of people to get this smaller offer. And in your mind, you're saying, well, it's cheap. Everybody ought to want to get it. But that's not the case. And most clients who are actually looking for value and premium offers are thrown off by the super low prices. It's a whole psychology behind it. But you become overwhelmed, overworked, exhausted, and you feel that you're underpaid. Your chances of making more mistakes is also on the table when you have this really low offer that you're trying to fulfill for people, because you're all over the place, because you have your hands in so many things. I was looking at one of my coaching sessions before where I was working with a young lady who owned a cleaning business. And then she had several different other things that she was doing, maybe on Etsy or Spotify, things of that nature. And we were just wanting to get some clarity. So, one, she didn't feel overworked and overwhelmed, and moving her into the teaching space. And I know, guys, it may seem like, how will I ever get anyone to pay me for a premium product and service? But most of you have a service that, if it's tweaked a little, it can easily become a premium product. Or many of you have a gift, a talent, or an expertise that simply needs to be cultivated and designed in a way that it will attract the perfect people for the offer. So, a lot of your problem is not that you aren't good, right? But who you're offering your offers to, the type of offers that you're having is where your biggest issue is. So here are some of the reasons why I believe every business needs a premium offer. Number one, if you have a premium offer, it gives you some leadway, right? It gives you some money while you're building your business. It gives you cash reserves while you're building your business, less your pressure. And listen, most people go and try to do 50 different things. Now, I think that smaller offers are great add ons or great things to have in addition to your premium offer. But imagine if you have a premium offer that can kind of cover your bills for the month with only a few people you've enrolled into it so that you can focus one on life, right? And then you can also begin to exert your energy into some of the other streams of revenue that you may have. And we hear it all the time. Most millionaires have 7 streams of income, but those streams of income are producing money. They also have systems. They've positioned themselves in front of the right people for those things to actually sell. And so I feel one of your biggest problems is you don't have a premium offer. Either you don't have a premium offer or you don't have a premium offer that sells, that actually converts over to your clients and your customers. So the Exceptional Leadership Mastermind is open for enrollment only till the end of the month, the very beginning of June, before the applications will end and we'll close the doors on that. But inside that particular program, I teach you how to create a signature offer, a signature product, or a signature service. As a business coach, mentor, life coach, the clients who come to me exhausted, who want to give up on their business, it's normally a pricing issue. It's normally a pricing issue, a positioning issue, and a branding issue. I have a young lady who has a product who was really struggling to even charge the market value of the service. And what was happening, she was becoming consumed and frustrated because of the amount of work she had to put into one, creating the product, it was a custom product, and then two, getting selling it to people. She was selling it so low that she felt overworked and underpaid. And then she was running into people because there's a psychology behind the money, what people are willing to invest. There's a psychology, it's connected to human behavior. But she was faced with some of those dynamics in attempting to sell this high value thing that she had at a lower price point, to the point where she had someone who, wanted a refund and just took her through so many struggles, to the point where she just no longer wanted to do the business anymore, right? She had to take a break from the business. Um, I get clients who come to me all the time who say, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overbooked. I mean, I can't find organization in my business and my life. And so they're super busy, but not profiting nearly the way they should be for the amount of clients that they're servicing. And 9 times out of 10, it is a pricing issue. It's a pricing issue. And so, one of my specialties is helping clients to create premium offers, right? Because one, it alleviates some of the stress. You can breathe. You only need a few to meet your, basic needs while you're building your business, while you're building and growing your list or your following or your audience. Those things that over time will become super valuable to you. But if you have these super low offers that you're doing, you're really going to work yourself out of a business, not out of a job. I tell you guys, your goal is to work yourself out of a job where you create a new space in your business where you have another role. But I see people working themselves out of a business because they're not sure how to position themselves in front of the people who would find value in an offer that's being priced at a premium price point, right? And so when they have those lower offers on their products or services, this is where you're, whether you're in a service-based business or whether you are, someone who's attempting to coach, you're kind of getting your feet wet and you're getting a few people, but is it sustainable? Could you live off of those few clients that you get here or there or throughout the month? Is that sustainable? And so, if this is you, if you find that you have several things that you have your hands in, you're looking for more time freedom, you'd really like to give your all in what it is that you're doing. You want to even offer more value to your clients and customers, but you just can't seem to figure out a flow for what it is that you're selling, where you've created a business that funds your lifestyle, not run your lifestyle. Join us inside Exceptional Leaders Mastermind. The link to that is renewfullcircle.com/E2022. And the application process will end in, I don't know if it's a few weeks or less than a week. I know it's around the first part of June when the enrollment part ends because we start on the 7th. And then if you do have, if you're just uncertain about how to brand and maybe you work more self-paced, you can join us inside 3D Success Academy so that you can get clear and more defined on what your focus should be, right? So that you can profit more and work less, so that you can profit more and work less. But a huge part of your problem is you don't have a premium offer. You don't have a premium offer. And so a lot of your efforts are going towards trying to get lower price offers sold to the public. And it oftentimes requires more energy. It doesn't allow you a cash reserve. So you're always trying to get that, right? Because it is at such a low price point. And there are some things that you need to do. Your positioning needs to change, your branding needs to change, and your pricing. And when you do those three things, everything will shift. That's my take on this morning. But your issue is not necessarily the service that you have or the product that you have, it is your price point, it is your positioning, and it is your branding. And those are my babies, right? That's how I serve. It's a few of the ways that I help women in business like yourself who find themselves overwhelmed in the process of how they're doing business. Right? That's my take. You guys be blessed. You need a premium offer.